Welcome to Rapid Prototyping for Entrepreneurs. This video will show you how to go from a concept to functional software in just one weekend. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team. Here is your battle plan for the weekend. We will cover 5 chapters, starting with the minimum viable mindset and concluding with validation and iteration strategy. Chapter 1, the minimum viable mindset. The core philosophy here is simple. Stop building features you think you need and start validating the core problem the market has. 90% of startups fail, and the biggest killer is over-engineering the first version. Founders often perfect features nobody asked for, leading to failure due to no market need. A weekend prototype focuses on testing the core problem first. The over-engineering trap often leads to months of building, followed by a quiet launch. This burns time, money, and morale without collecting data. The weekend sprint exists to break this cycle by validating before you invest deeply. To ship in 48 hours, you must ruthlessly prioritize. You are building a hypothesis test, not a full product. Cut custom UI, complex authentication, and scalability. Focus only on the core value proposition. The 2026 weekend stack leverages new tools like localized LLMs, cloud-native low-code engines, and AI-augmented code editors. These technologies are purpose-built for speed and rapid prototyping. The 48-hour timeline is disciplined. Hours 0 to 4 are for defining and architecting. Hours 4 to 16 are for the backend build. Hours 16 to 28 for front-end assembly. Hours 28 to 40 for testing and debugging. Finally, hours 40 to 48 are for shipping and measuring. Chapter 2, Architecting with AI Agents. We move from a verbal vision to a live backend skeleton in just hours, not weeks. The old way of creating entity relationship diagrams and writing schema migrations took days. The 2026 way uses a multimodal AI agent. Simply describe your idea, and the agent outputs a structured database schema and API route map in minutes. Multimodal AI agents interpret your intent across different inputs, voice, text, or sketches, and translate it into architecture artifacts. This means you can articulate your product's purpose without being a database architect. Automating boilerplate saves 12 hours or more of configuration time. Cloud-native platforms handle infrastructure, allowing you to focus on product logic. This leads to the first deploy in under 10 minutes. By the end of Saturday evening, your prototype should have a live, queryable backend skeleton. This includes a seeded database, responding APIs, stubbed authentication, and live hosting on a staging URL. The AI architecture stack for a freelance matching platform shows how tools like Claude/GPT agents, Supabase/Neon, and AI code editors generate the necessary structure, database, and API logic rapidly. Chapter 3, Rapid Front-End Assembly. The goal is to build a usable interface in a single afternoon, maximizing speed and efficiency. Modular UI libraries and AI drag-and-drop tools have solved the pain of custom CSS. Use pre-built components like ShadCN and Radix, and AI layout tools like V0 to generate entire page layouts from text prompts, enabling full app assembly in 4 to 6 hours. Prioritize user flow over pixel perfection. Your prototype needs to work, not look perfect. Focus on navigation clarity, functional logic, graceful error handling, and visible loading states to provide an authentic testing experience. Real-time data binding is the magic moment. Services like Supabase Real-Time Push Database changes instantly to connected clients. This instant feedback makes the prototype feel real, leading to authentic feedback from testers. Before moving to testing, ensure your core user flow is navigable end-to-end. Data is flowing. Mobile responsiveness is functional, and error states exist for the top 3 failure modes. Chapter 4, Stress Testing and AI Debugging. The focus here is to find every breaking point before your users do. Automated testing with synthetic users powered by AI simulates concurrent activity and catches race conditions, edge case inputs, and concurrency limits. You can generate 15 to 20 synthetic user scenarios in about 2 hours. AI debugging assistants speed up resolution by instantly diagnosing errors, explaining the root cause, and proposing fixes. They can also detect logic loops and scan for basic security issues, saving hours of manual work. Your prototype must be demo stable, not bulletproof. This means no crashes during the core flow, Data integrity is maintained, and graceful degradation handles errors so users see helpful messages. Your 12-hour testing budget should be allocated as follows: 25% for automated scripts, 40% for bug fixing with AI debuggers, 20% for manual QA, and 15% for a polish pass on jarring UX issues. Chapter 5: Validation and Iteration Strategy. The prototype is the beginning. Now you start the critical process of learning from your users. Launch to a small, curated beta group of 10 to 20 people who match your target persona. Use embedded telemetry to track exactly what users do, not just what they say they do. The most valuable data is the gap between expectation and reality. Unexpected user behavior, such as using a side feature you barely built, is a crucial signal that reveals what the market truly wants. Focus on 5 key metrics in the first 48 hours: activation rate, time to value, retention signal, qualitative feedback tone, and unexpected use cases. These signals inform your next strategic moves. The pivot or persevere framework guides your next steps. Use the telemetry and feedback collected to decide whether to double down on your current path or change direction entirely. Map your post-sprint roadmap based on your decision. If persevering, prioritize top feature requests and bugs. If pivoting, interview churned users, redefine the problem, and plan the next weekend sprint. A series of weekend sprints provides a compounding competitive advantage. Each sprint validates a different aspect: the problem, the solution, the business model, and finally, scaling preparation. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways. These are the core rules for your first weekend sprint. Remember the 5 rules. Scope ruthlessly. Let AI do the heavy lifting. Ship before it is ready. Measure instead of assuming. And iterate in weeks, not months. This slide provides your weekend sprint toolkit, including recommended tools for every category, from AI code editors like Cursor to deployment platforms like Vercel and analytics tools like PostHog. You now have the mindset, the tools, and the process. Stop planning and start building. The goal is validated learning that compounds into something extraordinary this weekend.